Bye. Hi, people.
Oh.
I may be overtired, and that's gonna be your problem now. We don't have a camera. We are gonna try to start it now. There we got the camera, and I look pretty okay, so we'll just keep it that way. I'm going up here. And I did what my students usually do.
What?
I didn't do the thing I need to do. I also don't remember what this guy's whole deal is. Was he the dark type person?
Hold on.
No, I'm the king of the swinging soul, the jungle VIP. I reached the top and I had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. I wanna be man cub, roll right into town, and be just like the other men. I'm tired of walking around. Ooh, whoop-de-doo. I wanna be like you.
First guy is dark type.
Yeah, this guy is the dark type. He looks very dark, very menacing, with his floppy little hairdo there. Ooh, so menacing.
I don't like that.
See, I like the fact that in Japan, dark type is just called evil. It's just evil type. And I don't know why they changed that, because it clearly fits most of the dark type Pokemon a lot better.
Yeah. Especially like Absol and Cacnea and Cacturne. They look a bit more dark, evilly colored than dark.
Yeah, and the whole thing with Absol is that it has the... it always shows up when something bad is about to happen.
Yep, essentially cursed.
Yeah, so that fits more with evil than with dark, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Although,
Evil.
Dark Omen.
Yep.
So maybe Absol isn't the best, like...
Well, it is because of the circumstances he gives people. I mean, what kind of Pokemon turns up and goes, and now a member of your family might die, and it will rain. And you'll have really bad weather.
Wow! Oh yeah. See, we're just gonna throw ourselves at the Elite Four for a while, just to power up our Pokemon.
Ooh.
And I'm not gonna use any items. If I get strong enough to defeat anyone, I'll save the money, and I'll try and use that money to buy some items, which makes we basically prepare for a better battle later.
Oh, okay.
We do need to raise our Pokemon by about 20 levels, though, to even stand a tiny little chance.
If I was there, these Pokemon would already be leveled up.
Oh, they wouldn't.
They would.
I still wouldn't do it.
I know. I just end up doing it secretly.
No.
Yep. I will. If you don't do it, if you keep doing it.
No.
I will. No matter how much you try and Star Wars me out of it, I'm gonna do it.
No. Ultimate power.
Everyone's really annoyed, by the way, over here because the funeral for one of our
Prince
members
Philip
of our- is on Saturday, so no one gets a day off.
Palpatine.
Yeah. No one cares that he's dead. They're like, oh damn, they put his
He
funeral on
literally looked like the Crypt Keeper in the last photos of him. I know that's a horrible thing to say about the dead, but he did look like the Crypt Keeper.
I didn't know this, but my mum was a royalist, and I didn't find out this until my dad told me.
Yeah. To me, they make for fun memes. That's about how much I care about the royal family, both in Norway and in England, so... Yeah. Also, our king looks like he will die any second.
Oh, see, look.
He ain't the healthiest. Let's try a blizzard.
Also, today was the first day which another lockdown rule's been. Well, we're easing out lockdowns. So at on my birthday, it was like, oh, you can meet outside up to 6 people and so many people inside. And now the 12th, which is today, is shops that aren't classed as essential shops, so shops that don't have food can reopen. So that means I can go in and actually get some nice clothes, which is nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm waiting for it to die down a bit though, because
Very nice.
it sounds stupid, but there's a lot of people on the news today that went out on the first day. I was like, how stupid are you to go out on the first day?
Well, I don't know if it's stupid, it's impatient. I think that's the real proper
Same
word.
thing.
Not always, but in this case, kinda, yeah.
I'm so... You know what the pictures were? People queuing to get inside Nike to buy, like...
Here in Norway, the picture we got from England today was just 5, like, women. I'll say girls, but grown-up women in their 20s, I guess, your age, sitting in a pub drinking. That was the picture. Finally, we're back.
Was one of them black at the front with a huge smile, like, look, we're including people of colour? Ever since, our country's been
ours were
classed as
just
racist.
5 very British, like the typically British party girl look type of girls.
Our news has been kind of told off currently because they keep... In the past, they were accused of not including a person of colour, and now they're overly doing it, and people now are saying you're only doing it now because you've been told to. So in every single one, they've got, like, a person of colour. And so now I'm like, you were complaining that there was none, and now you're complaining that there's too many. I don't know what you want.
They don't know either. That's the truth. They have no idea what they really want. Right. I think we should try and get Stump up to snuff a little bit, because he may actually be useful.
Also, the British news is quite silly today, because we don't take ourselves very seriously. So the news today was like a man with 2 pints of beer in each hand, like happy that pubs have reopened.
Basically, your dad.
No, my dad doesn't drink. As he literally has like 1 drink every few months.
Yeah, because when you said don't drink, I just went back in my head and I went, didn't he buy like 1 beer once?
1 beer once, yeah.
So, you can't say he doesn't drink, because he bought 1 beer once.
My dad doesn't drink, he only drinks every few months. That was his 1 monthly.
Yeah. See, I remember stuff.
I know you do.
He bought 1 beer of a kind of a crap kind, put it in a glass, and took a picture for his car dad group.
No, for his work friends group.
Oh, okay. Still car dads, they're still all car dads.
They're all half of it.
You can't fault me for calling them that, because they are. They're all car dads.
They're not, because none of them are dads apart from my dad.
Well, when a man reaches a certain age, they all just become dads, no matter if they have kids or not.
I know, but it's... My dad just rarely drinks. My dad used to go to the pub every week with my granddad, because my granddad was a member of a pub, because he's from that time where, you know, you had like a member's card and stuff. And my dad had to take my granddad because he was in a wheelchair, so my dad also had to get a member's club card. And my dad, ever since my granddad has passed away, has never used pub. He's like, I don't even want to go.
So what do we have here? We do have a psychic move. Not helping us much in this thing. Sod. Thief. That's a dark move. Is dark effective against dark? Or only against ghost? Well, it's effective against ghost at least. And we do need someone who can handle a ghost, don't we? DC would not be a good one for that. We kinda need a ghost move for later, but we'll figure it out as we go here. Right now, let's bring Stump out in the fields. Look at all the pretty flowers. Also, it's very hot in my house and I need to change that soon.
You're gonna melt. I'm gonna put you in a jar. Whee. Oh no, that went wrong.
I can get to sleep. I think about the implication of diving into deep, and possibly the complication, especially at night. worry about situations. I know we'll be alright. Perhaps it's just imagination. Day after day reappears. Line after line, my heartbeat shows the fears. Ghosts appear and fade away. Come back another. Listen, no one told me life was gonna be this way.
No, I hate that song. That is not a song I want to draw to. Don't blame me. Blame my brother for watching it every single day for 3 years.
You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big.
It's a better one. I'd rather.
Badum badum. Badum badum. Badum badum. Badum badum. Badum badum. I don't remember what that song is from, but it's from something.
Oh.
Did you watch Mr. Hiccup when you were little?
Oh, you've asked me this before. And
Mr.
I said,
Hiccup.
No. When I was little, I watched. Oh, that's a good question, actually.
You do know Mr. Hiccup is the master of all the hiccups. Hiccup.
What?
Hiccup.
I can't hiccup properly.
I can.
I can't.
I can hiccup properly.
I belly laugh and I hiccup laugh. Like hiccup belly laugh at the same. Like it's my whole belly just goes.
It's the narrowing.
It is. I don't know why I can't. My hiccups are like reversed. So instead of hiccuping out, I hiccup in.
Oh, I hiccup in as well. What?
Yeah, but mine don't sound like a hiccup.
Oh, poor hiccup.
Mine sound like I'm choking.
Sarah can't even do a single hiccup. Hiccup.
What?
Hiccup.
My hiccups hurt as well because I can't do them.
Yeah, sometimes they do. If they come kind of abruptly and you're not prepared, suddenly you just use a muscle you never used before. Then they hurt. Isn't that just the thing? I am dying. I am dying.
You're not allowed. I keep telling you.
I'm gonna die.
No. Oh. You toot and then die.
Yep. That's how I want to go. In a smoke of my own bad smell.
Covered in salt.
Poof. Literally, poof. It needs to be after Taco Tuesday.
One day I'll have a taco.
Today it was Taco Monday.
Yeah, you're ahead of yourself.
I'm one day ahead.
You're in the future?
Yep. From you, I'm 1 hour in the future. Ooh.
As a kid, I literally thought
when are the lottery numbers on?
No, my mum does the lottery, yeah, and I don't know why, because she's constantly getting her hopes up.
Yeah, my dad, not good dad. My grandpa plays the lottery a lot as well. And my grandma, she uses quite a lot of money on alcohol, because she drinks quite a lot lately. Because she's bored and she's inside. And my grandfather, he gets like 1 lottery ticket a week. That's his little...
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the one who's been working. He's the one who has a pension. She lives off of him.
I can't say anything. I can't. No comment.
So, that's fine.
You're my snack provider. So that's...
No. You provide yourself with snacks as well.
As well. I get extra from you.
You have extras.
Extras. Yes, extras.
You have extras. You have extras.
Let's face it, if I skipped a meal, you wouldn't notice.
That's because you're not here.
Yeah. Today I've had a sandwich and a muffin, and I'm happy.
I've had tacos. 2 of them.
Tacos.
And that's
Ooh,
that.
Yep. I don't think you'd be your grandparents would be able to cope over here. They've only been struck like for a few months. It's been like over a year over here. I
You've
want an
been
excuse
hit
to
by-
get more things.
You've been struck by a smooth criminal. Ow!
Eh.
And other nice songs you can sing.
Saying that though, this lockdown might have been good. My mum could have got rid of all the alcohol she gets for Christmas. My mum's been like self-employed for a long time now, and she always gets like a bottle, guaranteed at least between 1 and 3 bottles of alcohol for Christmas from the people she works for.
Yep.
And she doesn't drink that often either. My mum's like a special occasions drinker, so they're just in the downstairs pantry, just filling up one huge space.
Give them a, well, re-gift them, to be honest.
We tried.
You want
some
Baileys?
Also, it's my mum, so my mum is like never. Once she has something, it stays.
Yep.
Precious.
Aye, precious. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, don't you come back no more. What you say? Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back here no more. Old woman, why are you so mean? You're the meanest old woman that I've ever seen. I guess if you said so, I would have to pack my things and go. Nah, baby, listen, baby, don't you treat me this way, 'cause I'll be back on my feet someday.
Hold on. So if what is your grandma? I call it Nana because I've always called it Nana.
Yeah, it's my grandma. Yep.
Yeah. What has she ever worked?
No, she tried a few times. It didn't really stick, and then they adopted my mom and my uncle at the same time, so she became kind of the stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
Which is weird because she can't cook and she doesn't want to clean.
What does she do? Here's me like I have
I'll
to
show you a
clean.
picture of how she looked in her youth, and you'll see what she did.
Oh, okay.
She looked good. That was that basically back in.
My mum's the same. My mum was like a size 8, really skinny. What? My mum entered beauty pageants and won. No joke.
My grandma was a size 0.
I don't know what I know my mum had too big of a.
So remember how what the beauty standards were in the 50s, and my grandma was like dab in the middle of that.
I'm trying to think what. I've actually never seen a picture of my nana when she was younger. I've
Yeah.
seen her like 30s when she got married to but she was finger quotations 30s because she lied about her age.
40s.
40s. In her wedding photos, but I was. Apart from that, I don't know.
Yep.
I've seen my granddad, and my granddad looks exactly like my dad, and it's terrifying. I'm looking at my mum going, "That's your future." Good
Yeah.
luck.
See, that's the thing. We can't do that with my mom and my grandma. You know.
Yeah.
Adopted. But I did get to meet my real grandma just once, actually.
Oh.
We lived with her for a week in Denmark. And yeah, she and my mom exactly the same.
It's fascinating how that works out, though, that you don't have to see someone to know that you're like them.
Let's just say every mental issue that's in my family, suddenly became very clear after living 1 week with my biological grandma.
Oh.
Yeah. And we have also met most of my mother's brothers and sisters, because she actually has quite a few. They just didn't grow up together. They live like a 4-hour drive away from us.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's just say when you look at the men in my mom's family, you suddenly get where like my genes come from, because I look exactly like all of them. We're all like mid height, very broad shoulders, quite heavy set, mostly like kind of overly masculine looking. We're not pretty boys, we're kind of the old-fashioned manly man look, most of us. So yeah, and the big hands.
Yeah. In my family, we all got together once. I don't know why. We fully booked a restaurant because there was that many of us, and obviously it was just my mum's side because my dad's an only child, and my granddad was adopted by his auntie, so we don't know past then because my granddad didn't like to talk about it.
Yeah.
So all like the women, there's only because my mum has like 2 brothers and mostly sisters. I don't know how many because I can't keep track.
Yep.
But one of the brothers is adopted and the other one is blood related, and they're all short. So and my dad's, well, he used to be 6'1", he's shrunk now, but my dad's like considered one of the tall ones. Like Martin's 5'7". Like the men and the women in my family all kind of stopped growing at like 5'7".
They never reached that 6 foot height.
No, so John is my brother. He's 6'2". So like he's like one of the tallest.
Yep.
All the rest of us are like, I mean, it sounds silly, but I'm like one of the tallest of the women.
Oh.
Yeah.
Little dwarf women.
There's my time to shine, honey.
My time to shine.
But,
They say there are no dwarf women, and that dwarf just spring out of rocks in the ground. It's the beards.
And I asked my mum her height today. I said, how tall do you think I am? And she said about 5'4", 5'5". I said, how tall are you? She went, I'm 5 foot.
Is your mom 5 foot?
Yeah.
Oh, you're teeny tiny mom.
Yeah. My mum's old. That's what I mean. All the women are like dainty. Even like, I don't know why. It's weird though, because my uncle Stephen married a tall woman.
It's a fetish.
Yeah, and she's also a twin. So
It's a real fetish.
Yeah.
Imagine there could be 2.
Right.
Actually,
yeah.
I would not like that.
No, I don't.
That's one of those fantasies I've never had. I have had many a fantasy, but not that one.
I haven't thought of it as like a sexual thing. For me, it's more like if there was 2 of me, one of me would be autistic and the other one probably wouldn't be. And it would be weird because I'd probably be the one with the autism, looking at how my life would be without autism.
I'll be honest. Right, except how the thing affects you, I don't think it would have been that much different, to be honest.
I think it would because my mum would have let me outside more.
Well, you may have been more sociable.
Yeah, more sociable. I would like to have had that.
Yeah. Then again, that's more of a parenting thing than anything else, because they say that people who have autistic children, they really should they should get them out there in their own little ways. They need to find situations where they're safe enough, or make them safe enough in some situations that they can actually have some social interactivity with others. So
here's me like bubble boy. Don't go out there, it's dangerous.
I smell girl.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
that is why, you know, in every picture of you as a kid, you just stand there looking confused.
Yeah, I don't know what to do in this social situation.
You're very cute, but you do look very confused.
I'm like, all I know how to do is eat and look at the TV. I don't know what else you want from me, and I have to pose for a picture with no food.
There's no food and there's no TV. What to do?
Put fist in mouth.
What do I do?
It's annoying at times because I want a really cute picture of me as a kid, and they're all just either with me like with building blocks in my mouth, or like a fist in my mouth, or fingers in my mouth because I don't know what to do.
That sounds kind of cute, though. In that kid kind of way, it sounds kind of cute.
And the pictures that I haven't got anything in my mouth, I've got food around my mouth, so it's like spaghetti sauce just everywhere.
That also sounds kind of cute in that kid kind of way, but it depends. If you're 9, it's starting to become a problem.
No, I started becoming like really socially conscious early, so like around 10. So like I think I stopped like smashing food into my face at around 8.
So 1 year before I mentioned.
But I was like I was it sounds weird, but I was late mentally but fast physically. Like my puberty struck too fast for my brain to realize. It was like, oh crap.
Yeah, same here. I was like 10 when I started getting hairs everywhere.
Yep. And I was the same, and it's really awkward when the rest of your classmates haven't hit that spot yet because it's too early.
See, we were taking a picture in the 5th grade, and my dad kind of held me down and forcibly shaved my mustache off.
Aww.
So, yeah. I didn't really care. He did. So.
You don't realize as a kid that that's like not supposed to be right yet, because I just thought, oh, I've hit my growth spurt early.
But see, it was the same in the showers. I would have hairs on my back and stuff. Most kids wouldn't get that ever.
Yeah.
So. I like that. That's why I like that meme so much. Have you seen the meme with oh goddammit, what's the guy from Marvel, the purple guy? Thanos.
Oh.
And it's Hulk. I think it's Hulk and Thanos, and it's like, puberty, please give me huge dick. And it goes, best I can do is ass hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. For some of us, ass hair is a thing.
I mean, that's the thing. You can't help where puberty hits you, and because it's different for everyone.
And
so,
see,
like,
it's weird too, though, for me, because my mom's adopted, and that means I didn't really see my real grandpa.
Yeah.
I never saw him, so I don't know what like men on that side of the family looked like. All I had to look up to was my dad and my grandpa, like my mom's adopted father.
Yeah.
And they're slick. There's like not a hair anywhere.
Yeah.
And then here I come, 10 years old with a hairy back. Doesn't quite fit together. So it feels a little bit alienating.
It's a bit alienating in a way, but especially for me, because all the, like, my mom was like skinny as a rail, and all the other women in our family are like skinny. So when I came along, like blonde, blue, like, blue eyes, they thought, oh, she's gonna be beautiful. And I started to get like puppy fat, and it came off, and it never came. I'll get into like 12, getting a bit pudgy, and mum was like, oh, go away. Didn't go away.
We're not gonna take it. We're leaving. No, we're not. We're gonna stay right here.
My mum was like really confused because my dad's like thin. My dad was like matchstick thin, and so was my mum. And then there was me like, what happened?
My mom's the short, fat type, and my dad's used to be the tall, skinny guy.
Yeah.
Now he's got kind of a pub muscle. But yeah.
My dad kept his like matchstick arms and chicken legs, but he has like the dad belly.
Yep. That's my dad too, basically. Yeah. The only thing I have from my dad, looks-wise, I have his eyebrows, because my mom has no eyebrows.
What do you mean she has no eyebrows?
She literally has no eyebrow hairs.
What?
Without her glasses, she looks very sickly.
Is that just natural, or is she plucked them off,
she's just never had them. She just never got like. There are some hairs there, but they used to be blonde, and now they're gray, so you can't see them. And there's like maybe 20.
Yeah.
And then here comes me with my huge caterpillar eyebrows.
My mum is really jealous of my eyebrows because I don't have to tweeze them or touch them. They're already the perfect shape, and she hates it. She's like,
I do nothing to these either. They're just there. My mom hates that too. Completely wasted, as she says.
Yep, that's what my mum says because I don't wear makeup or very rarely wear makeup. So she's like, you know, and I have bangs, so you don't even see them.
Yep. So yeah, that's fun.
That's fun. It's just, it is weird though how genetics works. It's kind of cool but weird, but it's annoying in a way, especially when, I mean,
there's some things you will always think, why didn't I get that part?
Yeah, I think that's with everyone though.
Yep. So from my dad, I got the eyebrows. My the shape of my hands are very much my dad's, with the weird knuckles that kind of goes into the hand whenever I open them.
Shovel hands? I think it's, what is it? Shovel hands.
I don't know what the fuck it's called, but it's, yeah, that's very much a him thing, not my mom. And maybe the hairline. That's about what I got from my dad. That also means I will probably go completely white by the time I'm 40. And I will never completely lose my hair. It'll just get quite thin.
It's not bad.
Yep. That's fun. And then from my mom's side, I got this beard. Including my mom. Just kidding. But yeah. So, that's fun. Ass hair, back hair, and beard. No hair on top.
Me, it was my dad. I mean, when you said to me that you're... Who was it that said I look like my mum?
Oh, my grandma.
Yeah.
You do look like your mom, though.
I know.
Quite a lot.
I know.
Especially facially. You're very much your mom.
I love the fact that I can imitate her on the phone to her own sisters and they think it's her. It's amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. Great.
Oh, I like the way you say that word, amazing.
Amazing.
It's very... Not to use the stereotype too much, but the way you say it, it's kind of the gay way of saying it, amazing.
It's because it's a combination of like half Scottish, half down here, and
and then slight lisp on the F.
Slight lisp. That's another thing. When you know how difficult it is to have a first name and a surname that begins with an S, and you have a lisp.
Farah.
Sarah. So it's like it's difficult for me to get the S's on between the S and the C. So I'm like, I hate my name. That's why I ask people to call me Louise, because I can handle that S at the end more than the S at the front. Sarah. Because I say it with a...
Well, your nickname Marshmallow isn't much better than...
I can say Marshmallow. It's just a lot of like Sean Connery.
Marshmallow.
But from my dad, I got my pale skin and my eyes and my hair colour.
Yep, the slightly reddish blonde.
Yep. Well, my dad was born ginger, and he was ginger until he was 20 something, and then it went blonde.
Yep. So I'm guessing that you will also grow quite white.
I think so, yes, because my dad's hair is going white.
When I look at your dad, I see a lot of white.
Don't see much
we'll
hair
be
either.
two of those little white-haired people.
Yeah. And from my mum, I had my mum's face kind of like chubby cheeked kind of.
Yep.
And I had my mum's nose and her chin.
And eyes, slightly.
And eyes. I have my mum's eye shape and my dad's eye colour.
Yep.
Yeah. I actually have half my hair colour from my mum and half my dad, because my mum's got like a brown coppery colour but she dyes it, and my dad's got ginger, like blonde. I should stuck with this.
And you're a strawberry blonde.
Yeah, it's horrible being this hair color because inside it looks completely different to outside.
Yep, depends on the weather.
It's like today is windy and cloudy, so it's going to be more brown, and if it's spring, it's more blonde, and if it's summer, then it goes a bit more platinumy, blondie brown.
Oh.
But that's another thing. When I hit puberty early, my breasts just went wow, like came out of nowhere.
And suddenly the boys noticed you.
Yeah, actually no, I didn't talk to anyone. It's
I didn't say you fell for anyone. I said they fell for you.
Oh no, they didn't talk to me. No one bothered with me. But I don't look the most confident socially. I still don't. But my
That's
mum,
me in the corner.
my mum was completely like flat-chested until she got pregnant, and then she got breasts. So I didn't get my breasts from my mum, and I went to prom, and I didn't wear a bra right all the way through secondary school, even with big boobs, because I hated bras.
Yep.
So when I went to the prom and actually wore a bra and had like a low-cut dress, all the boys were like, "Damn, those have been there the whole time."
They've been hiding under a huge t-shirt.
Pretty much, because I used to wear men's t-shirts because they're more comfortable.
I do remember.
And I still do. But it's weird how people don't notice you until you have like a certain attribute.
Yep. See, growing up, first I was the silent kid that just did whatever everyone wanted me to do. And then I became the rebellious teenager. And now I'm kind of the straight shooting from the hip type person at work. People always know what I think about something. You change as you grow. It's what happens. And I just basically figured out, instead of going around thinking about problems, you should just tell people and they'll have to deal. So, yeah.
For me, it was didn't talk to anyone, very short-tempered and abrupt, like from the age of 4. Like I just tell you it straight, even if it's horrible. And then, like between 12 and 16, really shy, didn't really want to talk unless I had to be forced to talk, but I was trying to get more confident. I did have more friends. And then between like the ages of like 17 till now, I don't know what I am.
Or a marshmallow.
I'm a marshmallow that's trying. I don't think I've changed as much growing up as you have.
See, for me it's more, I was forced into situations where I needed to be social, I think.
Yeah.
Both with my family and with everything going on in my life as I grew up, I kind of just had to learn.
Yeah.
And yeah, that kind of helped me out in the long run. Because I kind of learned that if you say nothing, you take a lot of shit. I wasn't willing to take a lot of shit.
For me, I wanted to be social, but I felt like I wasn't allowed to be.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I wanted to be social, I had to kind of like only be social at like school because my mum wasn't there, and like only be social at like school. That's it.
Yep. Oh god, damn it.
And it was weird because at school I was completely different to at home. So at home, I'd literally come home, go straight to my room, and like essentially a shut-in and not talk to anyone. Where at school, I was the bubbly one that hanged around with the weird kids and was known for being the bubbly one. And I still am in university, so I don't know why I was like that at university and school, but at home completely different.
Honey?
Yes.
The games, the ZX Spectrum games, are ending in like 45 minutes.
I know, I've been watching them this whole time, since 3 hours.
Thank you.
Yep. And I have a bid ready just in case. Just in case.
I will go 20 on those if I need to. It's a good price.
Okay. I will put 20 in there. I'll put £20, 25 pence because I'm awkward.
It's fun.
Someone sniped me out at 19 pence so that you know there's not just me.
Yeah.
Am I still upset about that? Yes.
See, it's a very good price. If we get it anywhere under that, yeah, that's awesome. It is weird though, because there's one other like game bundle that's up, and I've seen that price just increase and increase and increase. For some reason, nobody wants this one.
I think it's because not many people have the system that it can be played on.
Maybe, but it is quite. To be honest, the ZX Spectrum has like a huge fan following over in England, and in parts of the US as well, because there was like an American company bought the rights to republish the computer.
Yeah.
And I don't remember which company it was now. It was Timex Sinclair. So they basically made the exact same computer, but it was branded Timex, and it ran at 60 Hz instead of 50 because NTSC instead of PAL.
I was watching someone like tour a museum today, and they were doing like a zombie museum.
Ooh.
And one of the games, like they had a timeline on the wall of like zombie games and so that have like helped increase. And one of the games was Zombie, and it really annoyed me that they didn't call it a ZX Sinclair, they called it a ZX. And I was like, that doesn't sound right.
See, even me, I do actually speak very American.
Yeah.
Very American. But even I say ZX, because that's just the way it's supposed to be. It's the ZX Spectrum. It's not the CX.
And it was like, I was like, no.
But I would say C. If you ask me about the letter C, I would say C.
Yeah, it's this.
It's just, usually you say that, and then people go, because there's two C's.
Yeah.
There's C and Z. And if they don't pick up on that small difference with the Z, the like voiced S sound there, so you end up saying said anyway, even to Americans.
Yeah.
Now here's a story from A to Z. You do it in Britain as well.
Yeah, we say it's like, I can't do the alphabet song because my brain won't let me.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P.
Keep in mind, I know I have a high IQ, but keep in mind I cannot do the alphabet song, and that's like one of the first things you learn. Here's me going.
I have the other problem, where if you ask me what letter comes after something else, I have to do the whole alphabet song in my head.
Oh no, I also have to do it. I can do it in my head. I just can't.
So, L M N M O O M O O O O. Some of them are easy, some of them I can do, but there's some where I really need to rack my brain a little. And also, we have V, and then we have W. Why do we have W and not double V? Stupid.
Who let this letter in? It was a really cool museum though. It was they got really offended by the difference between zombie and ghoul.
Yep, there's a huge difference.
There's a huge difference. So, but the guy that was like, I will admit, the guy that makes these videos, I'm not a big fan of. He's the guy that wears Crocs 24/7 for every kind of shoe.
I don't know this guy, but I kind of don't want to see him if he wears Crocs.
Yeah.
Crocs are for crooks.
Yeah, and he wears them 24/7, and I feel like I need to comment on one of his videos. What did you wear on your feet before Crocs 24/7? Because Crocs have only
Crocs are
like,
quite old, honey. They've been around for a while.
Yeah, but this guy's like 40 something, so I'm like, there must be like some other
There were 2 years in the beginning there, where he had to wear those little slippers you get when you go to like public baths.
Those Veruca socks.
In the very beginning there. And then the Crocs arrived.
And then he's like married with a child, and I'm like, how? Who's marrying a person that only wears Crocs?
Another person who only wears Crocs?
Yeah, she's got a pink pair.
He's got a fetish.
He wears those little, you know, the Crocs where you put like the little jewelry in
things in
between
it.
the
Yeah.
yeah, like Spider-Man.
Ugly. Creepy, spooky skeletons and shivers down your spine.
They're really good museums, though. He does like I wish there was other people that did this, because he's the only one that kind of does it, that keeps the camera steady and actually stays on the item long enough that you can kind of look at it.
Can actually see it.
Yeah.
But isn't there? I think there's a guy in England somewhere that just started his own movie props museum because he had bought so many for his collection that basically he wanted to just try and make some money back, and he just like hollowed out a huge like cellar and first floor of an old barn and made it into a museum.
Yep.
I need to figure out where that is, because if I'm going to England, we're going there.
Oh, don't worry. I've already got plans for us to visit the museum that has like mummified hands and stuff that people used to put in their houses to protect them from thieves. Because I thought you'd really like to go to that.
Yeah.
Plus, I've never been, but always wanted to go.
See, there we go. We're the right amount of crazy. This is the closest thing to crazy I have ever been.
I love weird museums. I love museums.
Yeah. Me too. I like museums. Not every type of museum. I'll be honest, like the Seafarers Museum in Denmark, not that great.
Yeah.
I did go there. Not that great.
Not that great. It's one of... He does, the one that I watch, he does like, the, like, medical museums, but, like, the ones that are from a certain era, or, like...
Yeah, Victorian medical.
Yeah, or, like, haunted museums, like, haunted artifacts that are all being collected by one person.
Yeah.
He's American, so they have a lot more, like... So he's visited, like, all the Ripley's Believe It or Not museums and posted them on there.
Well, I actually kind of like those.
Me too. I love Ripley's Believe It or Not.
The closest one we have is in Denmark. It's in Copenhagen.
I've never been to one. I really want to go to one.
We should go there. If we go to Copenhagen, there's Ripley Believe It or Not. There's the Guinness World Record Museum right besides it.
Yeah.
There's a small like Madame Tussauds in that same street. And there's a museum of just all the noses and penises and stuff that's been taken away from statues.
See? That's weird and wonderful.
Yeah. So, yeah. And they have a beautiful... And I'm not much for... I used to love roller coasters and stuff, but not anymore. I've gotten too old.
I've gotten too big boobed.
But they have a beautiful, like, Tivoli we can go to with, and it's just basically a huge, very beautiful park in the middle of the whole thing. And then if you want to go on rides, you can, but there's plenty enough to see to just walk around and actually just look at flowers and beautiful fountains and stuff for a day.
For me, right, I liked roller coasters to a certain point, and then I can still go on some of them, but I can't go on the ones that have like the bar that goes over the top. The last time I went, my boobs like barely clicked in, and I doubt they're gonna do it now.
Yeah. See, my mom's always had the same problem. So.
It hurts. Oh, it hurts. Once
I don't know nothing about no hurting.
Oh, it hurt. Like, once, right, I was on a ride, and, like, this metal bar came down over the top, but it wasn't someone that... And then someone comes over and has to push down and make sure you know it's in. And he pushed down, and my nipple got stuck between the metal. And...
Ow.
I had to act all cool, calm, and casual. And, like, then he left, and, like, you know, to go and handle the other people. And I had to pull my own nipple out between two pieces of metal.
Female problems men don't know about.
Yeah, I was like, okay... I hate roller coasters. I'm never going on them. So, you know,
is it okay for another grandma thing?
Yeah.
Grandma on the other side. Boob story. They never had a dishwasher until I almost like moved out of my mom's house. So that's that's not that long ago. But then my grandma got quite sickly. She's not in her best shape, let's say that. And she has always been a large-breasted woman on my dad's side. And they bought themselves a dishwasher when they moved. And she kept like jamming her tits in the door when she smacked it closed. So, yeah. That's the thing. She basically gave herself a dishwasher mammogram twice a day.
Oh, that's gonna be me, and I know it is.
Bras, people.
I wear one.
Yep,
And
I know.
it still happened.
No. It'll hold it up enough that it won't go in the dishwasher. I hope.
I'm lucky in that respect because all the women, like I said, all the women on my mum's side of the family are extremely flat-chested, like nothing, and on my dad's side, big. So, but I'm lucky because all the women on like my dad's side, even when they were like really old, and I know this sounds like really bad, had like my nana wouldn't wear a bra, but she had like extremely perky breasts for like an eighth, like for that age, and I was like, and now at this age I'm like, I hope mine do that.
Yeah, you never know. Hi, Stella. Good thing we're talking about tits getting stuck in dishwashers today. That'll cheer anyone up.
Washing machines live longer with us. Oh, honestly, I could feel the pain when you said that.
Yeah, it's like when men see someone fall down on their bike.
Ooh.
Yeah, we can feel it. I don't know if you've seen, but if a person gets his nuts cracked on TV, you can see a man just kind of wincing because we know the pain.
I mean, I didn't fall off a bike. I fell off a scooter, and you know the metal clip thing where you could like lift the bar up and down to your height.
Yep.
I clipped it in, but I had a broken scooter, so the clip would sometimes come undone, but the handle would stay in the same place.
Yeah.
So it'd come out, and roadmen were working on our street, but they hadn't put any like barriers up, saying like there's a huge hole.
Yeah.
And I had to stop really quick, and I went straight into the curb, and the metal bit, I went forward and the scooter stayed, so the metal bit just went all the way up my thigh and right into my cooch.
Ouch.
Oh yeah, and I was like 9 at the time, and I was just like, and my knees were bleeding, and it was actually like, I'd cut it that deep that it was just running down my legs, and it was like a 5-minute walk home of me like hobbling because I'd really hurt myself, and my mum was just laughing her head off saying, what have you done to yourself?
Well, at least you got to experience something.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great thing, but you got to experience.
Yeah, I remember showing it off the next day in school, like the huge like line.
Gash on your knees.
No, the gash on my knees and like the huge line that ran from like my thigh up all the way.
Ain't that the thing?
Well,
it ain't got that thing if it ain't got that swing. Scoop up, scoop up, scoop up, scoop up, scoop up.
It always looks really bad when like it's a guy skateboarding and he it falls off and smacks straight into like a bollard. That looks like it really hurts.
Okay, this is bad, but I just found a gaming character that kind of reminds me of my stepdad.
Okay.
And if you want to see him, search Chuck Rock. CHUCK and rock as in rock. That's basically how my stepfather looks.
Aww.
And I will now send you a link to my stepfather's Facebook thing so you can see.
I don't need to because your stepfather already pops up as it pops up saying you should add so and so as a friend.
Yeah, that would be great. He doesn't even speak English.
Yeah, your mum pops up as well, and I'm like, and I keep removing it, and it keeps popping up, and it's very.
It's because we speak too much. You guys always speak together. Maybe you and your parents should be friends. I'm not on Facebook enough to actually see my suggestions, so that's cool.
It doesn't do it on my phone. It does it when I'm on here and I have to type to you.
Yep.
On my PC. So I'm like, no.
Right, no bits yet. Half an hour to go.
Nope. I'm still keeping an eye on it.
I know. I'm just happy.
Do you think it's better to save a comic book outline as a PNG or a PDF?
Oh, are you gonna keep editing it, or are you just handing it in for something?
It's gonna be. I know. What did I put you?
If you're handing it in to the university, they usually like PDFs because it locks everything up. You can't do anything else to it afterwards.
I'm gonna keep changing it. It's just so I can like lock it, save it, so then.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. Not
I would do a PDF.
Yeah. I'll do a PDF and I'll do a PNG just so I can edit the PNG and then I can keep the PDF.
Streets of Rage. Alright, we've powered up Stump a little bit. Should we do like one more try at the Elite Four? Just to get things ready. And Sella is asking you, honey, what have you been doing today?
Well, I woke up at 7, had a cold shower. Well, actually, no, I had a warm shower. And then I could feel myself still being tired. So I turned it on to really, really cold. And it's still not cold enough.
Yep.
Then I had breakfast. Then I fed the birds. Then it started raining. So all the bread got wet.
Yep.
Really annoying.
But you guys, you basically have the inline heaters, don't you? You don't have like a water tank type deal?
Yeah.
From what I saw, at least, that installation in your new shower thing, that's an inline heater. So it heats water as it goes through.
Yeah. Although the water is like warm enough, but it's never cold enough. I want it colder than that.
And see, that's because when you've warmed that thing up, it takes like 20 minutes for it to cool back down. Completely.
I know. It still woke me up. It's just I like to do it with like with my. It's like when I'm in the bath, I always like cup my hands under the cold water tap and then splash my face with it, so like my face tightens.
Yep.
Which sounds weird.
But then after shower, you did
breakfast, fed the birds. Then it started raining, then snowing, then it got sunny again, and now it stayed sunny after that. And then I did university work, and then I watched tutorial videos on how to use InDesign on like an Adobe app that I have to use. Then I had dinner. Then I played some Overwatch and got all the achievements I needed to get.
So, are there new achievements this month, like from the update?
They have an event on, and I played it the last 2 years, but they always had like a really rare achievement to get like the most. It's like easy, normal, difficult, and expert, and you get the achievements on expert. So I was like, I needed to get 4 achievements on expert, and I've done them now. And then what else did I do? Oh yeah, watered the plants, brought the washing in, filled the pot washer up, put the new washing out, and then
did you call it a pot washer?
Yeah, my mum calls it a pot washer, so we call it a pot washer.
Dishwasher. Yep.
It's a dishwasher, but I call it pot washer just for my mum. Right, it's a pot washer.
And now she's here.
Yeah. That's how you summon my mum, you say pot washer 3 times. Magically turns up.
Also, Sella is asking, what are you studying?
Hold on. I'm gonna actually look up the official name of my course because I just call it comic book design because that's what it is.
Yeah. But it's like a graphic design course, but it's mostly comic book stuff.
Let's have a look. What am I learning?
Because you do learn a little bit more than just comic books, don't you? It's like
it's media, like history of the media, then society, and then art history, and then it basically all revolves around comics. But it's called something silly because they're trying to make it sound professional, but it isn't.
Yeah. So she will be a professional comic book drawer.
Yeah. It's called Comics and Graphic Novels now, but when I first joined, it was called something different. There's like
funny boom things.
It was like multimedia and something.
From
Like-
what you describe, in Norway it would be graphic design, and then with like a specialization in comic books.
Yeah, I would say it's that because I used to study graphic design and it is very much that.
Yeah.
It's graphic design if it only, rather than you letting doing like board games, advertisements, restaurants, it only let you do comics.
It makes you do cool stuff instead of stupid, boring stuff.
Yep. And I like the fact my course is comics and graphic novels, and I went, a children's book counts as a graphic novel? The easiest thing, because I want to draw cute things.
Yep, she has drawn a very cute mushroom.
Yep.
Bastard.
It's fun.
Oh,
when you
it's
get the right
he withdrew the Pokemon. That's why I said you bastard.
Oh no, I was answering Stella. She said it sounds fun, and I said it is fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like, depending on what teacher you get. If you get like really chummy with your teacher,
Yep.
and like they tell you how to get extra points, which is what I've got now, that's great. But if you're trying too hard and deliberately trying to go off course, they hate you.
Yeah. You also have kind of a weird professor in one of your courses that are sometimes very good and sometimes not that great.
The one I have that's doing, no, for the last 3 years we have like 3 teachers because it was 3 different briefs and each one of them had a brief. But for the final year, it's just one of the teachers. And I will admit, out of the other two I could have gotten, and I'm still happy I got this one.
Yep. So pretty good all around.
Yeah, you just have to catch him. It sounds bad, but you have to kind of catch him in a good mood. And if he's not, you have to like change the subject to something he's really passionate about to get him into that good mood. It's like being in a relationship with a teacher.
Well, you are.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to be in one with another one currently teaching me.
I want several ones.
A collection.
All mine. All mine.
I get so much extra credit. But it was a bit weird on my meeting on Friday because he had to leave twice to answer a phone call, which is completely fine because he's moving house, which is completely fine. And some weeks he'll be really angry at me because I haven't done a certain thing, but this week he's been really nice and he was like, "Oh, you've done so much, I'm amazed." And he actually said to me, he said, "You're really talented and you've got a skill and I can see it in you." And I said, "I don't want you giving up on it, I want you to keep going."
Yep. See? Maybe he's trying to motivate you, but he's not doing it in the right way. Well, I have quite a good news from you there. Yeah, you. Yep. That's pretty good news, Stella.
That is. I mean, my brother's dyslexic, and when we first found out, it was a big change because they started like helping him more.
Yep. See, my dad's dyslexic too. It's not stopping anyone. As long as you don't use it as an excuse, you can go just as far as anyone else.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit harder to do.
I mean,
like with Sarah and her
autism.
You can do anything. It's just a lot harder.
You shouldn't give up on doing something that everyone else is doing because you have... It's like a hurdle. It's a small bump in the road. I mean, not everyone else has that bump in the road, but that doesn't mean you can't do it because that's in the way. You can get over that bump and catch up with everyone else. Just don't let that bump become a wall.
Yep.
I've had a wall. It's horrible.
Yep. Don't combine it with depression. It's a horrible thing.
No.
Try to get rid of that, and then most other things kind of comes along quite nicely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this dragon dance thing because that actually helps a lot.
We're very... I wouldn't say we're professional on depression, but we're both very experienced with different sides and things. Different points of view.
And different types, sort of.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have the more manic type thing. I have the high-functioning type.
Yeah, I have a depression that's very difficult to come out of without...
You basically need a full brain reset to get out of it.
I need somewhere on my body is one of those little pins that you stick like the a needle into and you press and hold for 10 seconds.
I had to do that. Is it 2 months ago now, honey? It was beginning of last month, so basically 2 months ago.
Yeah.
We had to do a little reset.
There's nothing wrong with. There's nothing wrong with having problems. I mean, it's not gonna ever completely go away and fix. So there is times where you have little hiccups, but you don't want to.
You can't just sit down and give up.
Yeah. I mean, some days I have those days where I'm like, I just want to stay in bed, but you can't allow yourself to do that because that's the depression winning, and I don't like the idea.
The more you keep going, the better it gets, basically. Because the more you do it, the more you know. You know, this is fine. I'll just keep going. It'll go over.
Yeah.
But if you kind of give up every time, then slowly you just learn yourself that, or teach yourself that I can't do this. I can't do this at all. I just need to lay down and cry. And when you get to that point, yeah, it's too deep.
Late. I mean, I had to learn it later because I was diagnosed when I was 9, and I was like 3 years. I was like, people are like, oh, it'll go away, and it didn't go away. And I was put on antidepressants, so I didn't have the time, or not the time, but I didn't get the chance really to like learn how to cope with it. And now. It's been a year now. It's been a year, nearly, since I've come off my antidepressants. And I'm doing a lot better than I thought I'd be doing.
And I have a kid in my class, dyslexia. He takes 3 times as long as everyone else to read, but he gets it read. Every single time. Without fail.
Yep.
I can respect that.
It's... Another thing people do is that they think... I do this a lot. I think this person is this far ahead of me. Why aren't I that far ahead? Basically, stop looking at everyone else. Look at yourself. Yeah. Where am I now, as opposed to 2 years ago? It's a lot easier to feel good about yourself with that point of view than the point of view where you look at everyone else and see, oh, they're far ahead of me. Well, who cares? In 2 years, you're at the same point. It just takes a while longer. For me as well, I was very depressed for a long while that I couldn't actually afford a house. And then I was lucky enough to get an inheritance. Or actually I got a... What should you call it? I got a gift from my grandparents of just enough money that I could take a loan. So, yeah. But it's taken me a while, and I do help my grandparents out a lot. So it was like their way of paying back, which was very nice. But yeah, and yeah, you've been to that point. Just means you need to find a way to get out of it, and do it enough times that your brain goes, "Oh, I'm here again. Time to get out of it." Yep. It's some people it takes a lot longer than others. For me, it took a few months, and then I'll have a hiccup, but my hiccups are less now. Yep,
it's getting better. And we now know that I can actually give you we can actually talk about things, and then we can get over it. It takes a little while. But that works as well. So that's nice to know.
Like, I have a problem that I cry a lot. And I hate the fact that I cry a lot. So when I'm depressed, I cry so much.
See, the thing is, too, though, you're just an emotional person, just in general.
Yeah.
And that may actually be one way that I like fit together quite well with you, because I'm not that way.
Yeah.
And I'm not in that way, at least. I'm emotional, but I keep it all inside. So I can kind of counter you there a little bit and kind of keep you grounded.
Yeah. There is times as well where it sounds stupid, because as an autistic person, I can sense someone's emotions without them having to say anything. I can kind of just know.
Your empathy is very evolved.
Yeah. I'm a very empathetic person, and I know I am.
Yep. So am I. That's why I always know when students are having a bad time.
Yeah.
But that comes with a price. That's the thing. And you do need to learn how to protect yourself from it. Like, right now I can't deal with this because my own mental health isn't good enough. So I need to kind of not spend my energy on this right now.
My dad and stepmom wants me to try antidepressants, try and make me feel relaxed and not that emotional. I don't think it's to make you that emotional. I think it's to help you
Deal with things.
deal with things.
Even you out a little. So,
Yeah.
like Lady Door says, after a while she felt bad about it. But the thing is, antidepressants aren't supposed to be a
Forever.
permanent solution. It's
No.
supposed to be a year, maybe 2, while you go to therapy and you learn how to deal with stuff in the right way. And then slowly you are supposed to get out of it or off of them.
Yeah.
And by the time you get to that point, you should basically know what to do. So it doesn't go that deep anymore. You'll still have depression usually, or have remnants of it, and you can quickly fall back in. But you'll know how to deal, and you'll get better as time goes on.
Yeah. There's no cure for depression. It's always going to be there. It's just about you saying to yourself, I'm not going to let this day be ruined by my depression. I'm going to get over it. And
I
keep
wouldn't
going.
say it's permanent, but I would say not for all people, because some people actually do get out of it.
Yeah.
But it's more of the thing where you learn how to deal, and then it's not a problem anymore. I think that's the way I would say it.
Yeah.
You learn how to deal with it, then it isn't a problem.
Yeah.
But
Like,
as long as you don't know how to deal, it's a huge problem.
I remember when I was 11 and not on them, I was very, very chaotic. Not energy-wise, but depression. Like, I would just be abusive towards myself and self-harm. And then when I was on antidepressants, I didn't want to do that as much.
Yep.
And then now I've come off them. I would have loved to have come off them sooner, but now I've come off them, that thought hasn't come into my head or crossed my mind.
Yep.
You know?
So, yeah, we're getting somewhere.
Ooh. 9 minutes and 52 seconds.
Right. This is my last try at the Elite Four for today. We did level up some Pokemon pretty good though. So we'll take it as it is. Time to say it as it is. And if we bump into each other one day, it'll be better then. And maybe we can start all over again. I tried to win the war, but then the dragon wore both of us down. Alright, there we go. We waited out. That's the end of today's stream. Alright. Thanks for watching today. If you're new here, please follow. If you're new to, please subscribe. We will see you all tomorrow. There'll be more Pokemon. And with that, I think we'll say bye-bye. You agree, honey?
I agree.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.
Bye.